There's a pen. Okay, so does anyone want does anyone want a rundown of what happened last time?
I need a rundown because I wasn't even here last time.
Dang, I was afraid you would say that.
Because a certain fox decided, let's go take a nap, and then decided, let's fail to wake up.
Okay, so you roll the dice and is that Jalen?
Yes, I rolled a 1 on my wake up check.
You seem to have a weird amount of ones. Are you rolling d4s by chance?
No, I just happened to be rolling d2s.
Oh, got it.
I think I have a D8. I do
And
apologize.
basically, 1 is I'm definitely not waking up, and 2 is small chance I'll wake up.
Good.
It's a cruel yet logical system.
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
so in the last episode, let's see here.
Wait,
Corsair?
can I do the rundown?
Oh yeah, please do.
Yeah. So Alien and my character Fredim were hired on a quest by the Batman trademark to get some of his comrades out of a kobold cave. We befriended one of the kobolds there. Another one went to eat lunch. Alien squished the rest.
Yes, I might have done something of that sort, possibly.
Uh-oh.
One of the big kobolds got beaten up, and they and him and his smart wizard head buddy ran away. We then got into I know we got some gemstones. We got out the boys, and we went back to the city of the trademark of the Batman trademark, and we played cards, and then then something happens now.
I'd like to point out that the goblin or like the kobold didn't necessarily get defeated. He got literally fucking disintegrated. His hand got
yes.
absolutely obliterated. He got slammed into the ceiling and more. Yes, it was an unfortunate day for the kobold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you could say that he didn't turn down for what?
That is a good point.
Good. And then they played cards. And thanks to Janel's generosity, there might be a magic item may appear by the end of today's session. Whether you immediately notice it and whether it's going to be ethical to get it, that's to be decided.
So, what child do I steal from?
Yes.
I mean, ethics aren't really a concern for 2/3 of the party, so.
This is true.
Pretty much. There's a child with a necklace. The necklace is like an heirloom of your family. Oh, what magical properties does it have? Perhaps.
See, now how many GP is it worth now?
So, what do you value more, your life or the necklace?
Yes.
I remember a story about that from a book. If you ask a dwarf whether they value their life or their money more, you better bring a folding chair and a lunch for them to. And then a necklace fell from the sky and landed right in front of Elian. But what did that necklace do? Ooh, let's roll a d20 and find out.
Because you could say that necklace turned out to be quite the choking hazard.
You know, that was not what I had in mind, but let's roll with that. There is... Elian, will you try and pick up the necklace or examine it anyway?
I'd like to take a look at it and wonder what it's all about.
I have to warn you, as you approach the necklace, you can feel a sort of vacuum around it, like your fingers are being pulled toward, which is weird because you got like air fingies, so it's extra effective. Almost like it's got a little black hole effect. And Jalen wrote, "It's cursed! Run away!"
So may I try to escape its grasp? I
Yes.
suppose.
It's easy enough to escape, but Picking it up might be a little difficult.
I mean, is it possible to use my air powers?
Yeah, go for it.
Great. I would love to use my. I forgot what it's the call of it. What is the name?
Me too.
Uh,
I'm not supposed to forget.
levitate. I would like to use levitate
Very
on
good.
living.
It is easy enough to levitate. It has no. It offers no. I should probably draw what's going on. I'm sorry. Session 1, Session 2. It's easy enough to levitate, but it's a few leaves. A leaf falls by it, and the leaf kind of goes whoop, gets slingshots around the amulet because of that. So, I don't know if you could really put this on, but at least it makes a cool, like, anti super gravity landmine kind of thing.
So who do I eat this at?
I volunteer.
Are you sure about this, Janlin?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d8 for what happens. I totally have an idea of what's going to happen.
Uh-oh.
I'm enjoying having dice. And now I'm drawing a brain fart.
Oh. So nothing happens. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happens. It just goes thunk. You could probably catch it.
Yeah, I'm
Bring it.
gonna give it back to Alien.
Oh.
Oi!
You know what? Its anti gravity powers are deactivated for now. I say so because I'm getting lazy.
Oh, I
Also-
just
also-
say so.
Also, it appears that it appears that it has a little flash of energy, and then it just dims down. Yeah, so nothing's really happening with it now. Maybe you could get it at two. Oh, sorry.
This sounds like an Arcana check to me.
It does.
Alright, let's see. Is that good enough?
It is not, but at least you can tell it has. It is the sort of magical item that has limited charges per day. How to activate it though is hard to say. You might have to try again. Try again in an hour or so. But at least for now, you can tell it's expended of its charges, whatever it might be really doing. So yeah, so welcome to town. Let me see here. Whoopsie, that's the wrong town. It is also the wrong town. No, that's the right town, but there's a scene thing in the way. There we go. So I want to welcome you to a town. It is a pretty large town. It is named Hammerdown. It's not an Overwatch reference. That's more like a Watership Down kind of water down. And it appears that there are... Where did I put the thing? And Janlin wrote that someone needs to redeem for Beck to check his layers. Yes, I should take a note out of Corsio's page. He's a much more organized artist than I.
Oh well, I'm not sure about that. That is not necessarily well.
Everyone, are you sure about that?
And Corcio redeemed that I check my layers. And then the duck is doing the duck messed with the layers. Oh no. It's very tricky, very confusing. Okay, so we're in Hammerdown. So
I guess you could say that duck definitely webbed up your layers.
oh no. It's gonna have me honking mad.
Honk!
Don't worry. Don't worry. It ain't all as quacked up as it seems to be.
Good. So anyway, welcome to a town. The town is named Hammerdown. It has if I had the screen where the name pops up on the middle of this, if the name pops up on the middle of the screen, like, whoa, welcome to Dark Souls, and then it fades out, and then you go to the actual map. It appears to be a very quaint and functional town with various sandy paths and grassy Where's the loading screen? You're right. Janlin is right. Where is the loading screen? uh, 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 uh. Here's the loading screen. It's.
You know what I just thought of?
No, what'd you think of?
What would happen? What will happen if you need? What would happen if you need a loading screen for a loading screen?
Oh no! And so, what's the word in the loading screen? And Janlin wrote, "Oh no, it's a very pixelated square. I mean fox. Well, at least it's not a cat."
Well,
so-
Marcus banned me from doing that.
Oh, oops. Excuse me. I'm gonna start this.
So I
Oh, don't worry.
And Marcus wrote, "I will squirrel you away, Janlin." Why is this not writing? I'm sure I'm doing something wrong here. I'm on the wrong layer. That's why. I'm on the wrong thing. That's why. And that's a squirrel deal. Oh no. And so in the town of Hammerdown, there appear to be various people, various small children who look like stick figures who are just grooving and running around a little field of sand and dirt. And there's not an old man. There is a person who has a table. Because at some point between the card games with the Batman TM and now the Batman packed up his things and left. And now there's a little merchant there. You can also see a big red roof building. It's got one of the roofs that go over the side, so you can see it's not like you got an overhead view. And it's hard to tell what's inside. There appears to also be a red roof inn. Oh wait a minute, that's manga. That's manga. And good morning, manga. How do you do? And people, if you enjoy actual quality art, well, in addition to checking out Corcio, Janon, I also recommend checking out manga. He's also a cool dude and a fun DM. He's got a very wacky sense of humor and a good sense of the rules and mechanics.
Ooh.
He also helped Go TM sometimes. And it's very tense. Oh no. And if you make your way to the left, you can see a blacksmith building and stuff. It's got some goodies and metal working service in case you want that kind of thing. Like, I don't know if you want to get your armor improved or your weapons and augmented and, honed and refined and sharpened and whatnot. There's also a green building. It's hard to tell what's inside from over here, but at least you can see what appears to be a sign with a carving of a ring and earrings. It's a very nice sign. And that's right, Janlin. Now you can get a tuba. Wait, is Janlin muted? Oh no, I'm hoping I didn't miss a message.
Nah, I'm just not wanting to talk over you.
Oh, okay. I think I appreciate it. And that's right. Now Janlin can get a tuba. And
Especially runs into the
Hey.
building.
Well,
Yeet!
hey. At least now
Yes.
Janlin is one step closer to becoming a VTuber.
Good. Oh, and Marcus, anytime you want Arlight to show up, you let me know and we'll work it in. Like he'll just pop out of the trees or something. Or out of the building. It's up to you. There's also other building. There are lots of other little houses and buildings scattered around, but it's hard to tell from this perspective of like over here. Actually, I guess it's more like here because you had the little playtime with the card game.
Yeah.
So
You
who
know
wants
what? I
to?
have an idea of how I want to appear.
Okay, do you want to slide it under the table, slide them DMs, or are you okay?
Yeah, I'll slide it in DMs.
Okay. I'm a ghost on Discord. Okay. And Elian, what would you like to do?
I mean, there's not much I can really do except for maybe upgrading my spear. What can I
Mm-hmm.
do? I mean, I have quite a good amount of cash, so Pratim went to the blacksmith, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just gonna follow.
Okay.
Let's see if he can do something to my spear.
As Elian made her way over to the blacksmith, there was a shout that sounded like it came from the other side of town. help, help. But it's up. But it could just be local stuff. It might not actually be asking for help. It's up to you. It's
Can
up
I
to.
do a 180 and run out of the blacksmith?
Wait, 180. Where's the rotate on here? Here it is. 180. Good. Um, let's see. You both have 13 perception, right? Excellent.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. You can kind of see. You can kind of see in the distance that around here, like around near the blue building, you can see a large figure running
Oh, that works
and
too.
and a
Oh.
smaller figure running after them with their arms raised. And way behind them is someone just grooving. They don't care. They just grooving.
Also, back we did perception checks.
Oh, you did? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I still have to get used to it.
I'm also blind.
How do how do I check the log? Dagnabbit. D and D and D and D. Oh, here it is. Silly me. Oof. Yeah, Elian can see there appears to be a hooded figure being chased. A hooded figure being chased by a small person. Not like a small person like a halfling, but like a kid. It's up to you two if you want to get involved in whatever's going on there.
I mean, they're disturbing my peace and quiet, so I might as well go and check out what's happening.
Yeah, mess them up. Yeah. I don't know if you have any specific strategy, but it is even from over, I guess, like, yeah, you just kind of approach.
I mean, there's a
Uh,
tree, right? So I can hide behind the tree and look at them and see what's going on.
I really knew that this was like the basic map was going to bite me. The green building, the green building is actually, it appears to be a jeweler and tinkerer, not a tree.
Oh, it's a building. Okay, of
I
course
am
it is. So
terrible.
I hide
Rewind.
behind the building.
Now the dark green splotches are the trees, and that's a rock. The gray thing is a rock, and the dark gray building is a house. And I know shit.
Oh, it's okay. I see it now. I see it now with the outline and everything. It's there.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. But yes, that's a building. You could hide behind the building and say, "Ooh, look, there's
Yeah,
gotcha."
exactly. That's the
Okay,
thing.
hide behind. Ooh, there's trinkets in there.
I mean, it's kind of hard to hide behind a round building, but I'll try.
I don't know. It's pretty big. Like, look at that. It's like 1, 2. It's like 15 feet across. If this were to scale. Yeah. Do the peek and do the do.
That's kind of the problem with the round buildings. You can't hide behind a corner.
Dang, that's a good point. And and Manga wrote that we got a bird's eye view, all a potential for toilets. I mean, that does raise a question about 3D space for the flying creatures and ceilings. And it appears that whatever was chasing was going on, and everything ran with them. It actually appears to be through the corner, not through the quote unquote corner. And Janlin wants to do something too now. But what will Janlin do? While Elian observes, actually, it's an adult in a hood with a big floofy foxtail being chased by children, almost like they're playing tag, as they run around toward the yellow, as they run toward a moderately sized yellow roofed building with thatched roof cottage kind of thing. Oh yes, and it turns out that's the guy. That's the one who's being chased.
I would like to walk towards them in the most unstealthy way possible.
Okay, but and if I start dragging it in a weird shape, do you see that through screen share, or like are you seeing the little serpentine shape I'm doing with Fradam's token?
Yes.
Okay, good. Badabadabada, very unstealthy, maybe tripping over on something and shouting. It's up to you, and saying,
Ah!
"What a loud voice! It was so loud it filled it filled the entire something." And Manga wrote, "Oh my goodness, that he almost died Bibbin in Dindin. Almost died Bibbin in Din. He almost died in D&D last night. Oh no, but I'm curious. How did that happen, manga? What almost did Aiko and friends? Ouch. And Marcus, since Janlen's character, since Fratum is very much in shouting range, and the kid that was chasing Arlie is spooked by the sudden appearance of Goldman, Fratum, and jumps back. Ooh! Goes, wow! Arlie, what do you want to do?
Oh, come on! Don't scare the kid like that.
Wait, there you are, kids. I thought someone was screaming for help here.
Have you never played a game of cops and robbers before?
No.
Oh, dang nabbit! That ruins all the damn fun. I guess I should introduce myself. I haven't seen you around these parts before. I'm Arlene Narvasiu. How about you, buddy?
I'm Fradham. I'm also, well, as you've deducted already, not really from these towns, from these areas. I'm only really here because I don't know if you know him, the Batman trademark. Uh, he uh he lives here apparently, and yeah, I guess you could call it a rest stop or something.
The Batman? Now that's what you call one hell of a batty joke.
Haha, 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 haha.
I like this conversation.
I didn't look back at the kids. Well, say, Fradham, up for a little game?
Sure. If you
I
explain
then
the rules.
point to Fradham and say, "You're it! Everyone, run away!"
What? Wait, I'm red. Oh wait, I'm not red. Oh wait, no, that's red. Okay. Okay.
Elian, do you have anything you want to do during all this? Like any
Well,
activities?
during all this, Alien just kind of with stares in disbelief, and
Yeah.
once they just kind of start running around again, the best to do is just a sigh, and
Oh,
with such a sigh and a brief out, just moves her way to the blacksmith.
oh, those wacky boys of antics. Okay, good idea. Do.
Actually, wait. Can I roll a perception check?
Yes, you can roll a perception check.
Because I want to see if I notice alien. Well, I probably don't. Not with a 7.
Dang.
Sneakily moving to the blacksmith.
Oh, let me see here. And
Sneaky.
and inside the blacksmith, there appears to be a half orc with not neat hair, but it's slicked back and tied into a little ponytail, and he's working very hard on some. He's working very hard on the anvil with the, excuse me, fashioning the long, broad, curved blade. In the outside of D&D, we call that a machete, but I don't know if they have machetes in D&D. And he takes no notice of Elian, and he takes no notice of your entrance, Elian.
Well, I think I'll just carefully try to knock on some sort of like a door frame to let him know that I'm here in a way that will not scare him.
That's a good idea. Very considerate. And as Elian knocks on the door, and the blacksmith takes notice and looks up with little derpy eyes. And the blacksmith looks up at you, Elian, and his focused grimace, his focused frown, turns into a big smile. And he says, "Oh, hello. My goodness, I've never seen a person of your hue around here. What can I do you for?"
Greetings, good blacksmith. I'm here to perhaps have you take a look at one of my pieces of equipment, being my spear. Would you perhaps be capable of some sort of an adjustment to increase its lethality?
I'd be happy to take a look, but I can't get to it right now. If you like, you can leave it on that table if you like, you can put it on this table next to the anvil, and I'll have it queued up for later today.
That sounds perfectly fine. However, do you have some sort of a stand-in weapon that I could use in the between time? Of course, I would cover any rental cost.
Of course. Let me take a look at this. Let me, blah, 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 blah. Let's take a look at what I have on the sidewall over here. And you can see an array of various spears, some smooth, some very jagged and brutal looking, some that appear to be more like javelins. And there's one last spear, which I don't know why I'm going to bother rolling a die for this. It appears almost like it's not even made out of metal, but instead of a smoky material that continues to flow into the air, to the sides and downward, but it never really leaves the spear, if that makes sense. But its handle is looks perfectly solid. These are only for spears.
What made that spear perhaps there be this sort of like magical looking thing?
I was afraid you might notice that. I don't really know how it got here one day, but every time I try and take it off, my hands just phase through it. It's weird because it looks like it's solid, but it's almost like a ghost or an illusion. But if you can grab it and take it off my mitts, it's all yours. No charge. Ugh. I don't like it.
Since painfully eerie, I could try to inspect it, so perhaps I can try to levitate it first to see if it's even movable.
That's a good idea. But I regret to inform you, it does not respond to any effects of levitation at all.
Well, then I guess I'll give it a little tippy toe with some sort of a. Is there some sort of like a stick or anything that I can poke it with?
The blacksmith hands you a pair of tongs, but he warns you that he has tried moving it with tools himself, to no avail. He even tried. The only thing he hasn't done, which he probably should have done, so he's grateful. He's grateful that you made him think of it just now, is to hire a magician or a diviner from another town to come in and try and remove it. I mean, it wasn't really bothering me as far as I could tell. So I also had more important things to do anyway than worry about a spook. But you can try.
Well, I could try to touch it at least.
Okay. Yes.
Magic item.
Oh shoot! Thank you, James. Dang, you got it. And
And a chaotic boon.
Very good. And how do you do today, James? And good afternoon. And ooh, that's an attack boost for the next time they actually get into a fight.
Oh,
Hi there, Sir James Shifter. How's it going, my dear sibling, Sister Shifter, Jane, and everyone else?
Hey James, how you
Snake.
doing, buddy?
Snake!
Snake?
And then,
snake falls from
Oh,
ceiling.
kept
then
you
a s-
waiting, huh?
that's-
Kept you waiting, huh?
and then a snake fell from the sky. That's good combo channeling. And then a snake just fell from the ceiling and landed on the anvil. And hiss, I'm a snake. And the blacksmith said, "Ah, I don't like snakes." Ah. And the blacksmith just smacked the snake with the hammer. Go, and the snake went and splattered snake everywhere. Ouch.
Well,
Done.
guess we now know who became punished snake.
And it's up to
Like
Ellie.
your attitude, Mr. Blacksmith. You're handling the snakes just like I handle rats.
I like your style. I like your style, lady. What's your name?
I happen to be alien.
Okay, I better write that down. And the blacksmith takes out.
Not from around here, unfortunately. What can you do?
Well, that would explain why I've never seen someone with. Well, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I see a lot of people pass around here, but I've never seen one with quite the cerulean hue of skin, if I'm using the words right.
I'm not offended by any of this. I'm, in fact, very hard to offend, so there's no need to worry about it, Mr. Orc.
Woo!
Speaking of which, what is your name?
My name is Zug.
Zug. I like that. That is
Zug.
straight to the point.
I better should write that down.
Okay, so I'm not sure. Did this spear do
Oh,
anything if I touched it?
oh,
Or
it curiously it appear it. I'm trying to think how to say this. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a brain fart. Please let me take it. I'll forget it. It's weird because I know exactly what I want to say, but then the words. It's weird. Memory does not work the same as expression. Okay. It feels almost like it's attached to. It feels almost like it has air genie energy. Like it's on the same wavelength. It's got similar potency, power, attributes as you alien, but mixed with a bit of dirt and smoke. So it's not like smoke like ooh, eerie, dark, evil energy, but it's just like it's dirty air. But it does seem that you can actually hold it. Like you can actually move it. And Zug and the blacksmith Zug, he is mesmerized like whoa! You might say it's a coincidence or fate that you came in, because it looks like you're the only one who can actually move it. Well, unless I can imagine. I guess I can find her in here.
well, I mean, then it would probably be best if I would dispose of this in a way that I know best. So I'll just take it with me for a closer examination. Of course, you'll be compensated with some sort of an award. So how does like 10 gold pieces sound?
That sounds good to me. Kachink. Zook thanks you for your Zook thanks you for your disposal service and for your patronage, and he will still continue to work on your original spear if desired.
Very much so. Though I'm curious, would you perhaps be capable of completely reforming the spear in a different weapon?
Um, that would be quite the job because then I would have to take the handle and the head apart and possibly melt them down individually. And well, I'm assuming this is an ordinary metal spear, correct?
Pretty much.
Then I could take a try at it, but what do you have in mind?
I was having like a sort of a scythe in mind, but I don't think that that would be a good idea to make out of a spear. I'll just rather just rummage some sort of a barn and yoink a spear out of there. But thank you anyway for the attempt.
Mm-hmm. So you take your spear back? Your spear back?
Nah, I will just leave it there for upgrades.
Okay, he'll just yell to try and upgrade. Okay, good. And I thank Jalen and Marcus for their patience during this little side transaction. And oops, I didn't read that. The snake gets chaotically threatening from manga.
So I do suppose that I can just sort of like walk out of the blacksmith and
Yeah,
then see how it rejoices with the other two.
yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, just see here. I rolled a 4, so that means advantage roll. That the snake, if the snake comes back, yeah, right.
Necromancy.
Oh no, dead snake. Um,
And unfortunately, I can't cast Animate Dead.
that's okay. Maybe later you'll get dark powers for that. Um, and Jalen, right? Wait,
Okay.
Zoo. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
I just have a question about what sort of item should I add to my equipment?
Uh, hmm. Can you add
Custom item.
custom? Yeah, custom item, and I would just put a smoky spear
That's fair.
and Alien. This spear. Weird smoky spear.
Smoky Spear has joined the party.
And as Jalen noted, that Zug means train in German. But joke. And Manga wrote to have a good stream. And I thank Manga for stopping by, and I hope he has a good day. See you around. And Cheese wrote that the ominous poop whoop sound that the deity Discordia is watching over y'all. Wait a minute. I thought I should not be getting bloop bloops in here. That's very strange. There we go. That should be better. Okay. So, for our what will Arlene Fratton do?
I mean,
So,
do I have
imagine.
do I have to roll something for the game of catch essentially?
Sure. You can roll. Wait, was it catch or tag?
I don't remember. Marcus, what was it?
Pretty sure. I thought it was tag, but yeah, Marcus, do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was tag.
Okay, for you.
No.
Nice. Okay. I guess y'all just roll your dex checks and see who's fast. And Marcus can roll with advantage because Arley's sneaky. He's
I'm terrible.
Uh oh. Dang.
Dang,
That's.
that's good.
I'll roll my acrobatics.
Good.
I mean, if you're gonna roll acrobatics, then Jalen
Oh!
gets.
Oh
Ow!
god.
You know what?
Can I use my class?
Okay, sorry. Can you use your what?
I guess.
Can't do that. Whoop, that's only for attack rolls.
I
I said nothing.
mean, it was so close, and I'm assuming that
Marcus rolled a
acrobatic.
natural one.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Marcus, I regret to inform you, Arlie gonna tumble in a ditch and roll on the floor.
I guess you could say that I started off on the wrong foot this morning.
So we both just horribly fail at dodging, but I still get Marcus somehow.
You just body slam him by accident.
Nah,
Although,
I have a better idea. Marcus, in his eternally playful mode,
Yeah.
entirely failed to notice the most painfully obvious rock sticking out of the pathway, and proceeds to trip over it and face plants on the ground, only for Fratnum to fall right on top of him, as he
Right.
exclaimed, "Oof! Gah!
I like this very creative right roleplay. Very good, Marcus. Good job. You get the star.
Inspiration.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention this before, but now thank you for reminding me. Marcus is not only a hype guy; he is also he's a very avid writer, and I've read some of his sci-fi stuff. Mwah. Good.
Yes.
Italian chef kiss.
Actually, I think all three of you are writers. I
We're all actually. Now that I think about it, we're all writers to some extent.
I've read Janlin
We're
stuff.
also all artists.
That is a good
No,
point,
oh,
actually.
yeah. They're all gonna make a comic series after this.
No, I would love to do that, but my arting is not good enough for that.
That's okay. You'll get there.
What
I've
do you
seen.
do?
Oh, sorry.
Comics can be done. Comics can be done fairly simply, actually. I mean, it doesn't have to be super amazing. And as far as you've drawn, like your Lily, was it right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a good start, in my opinion.
Okay, I will probably make a terrible draft for that.
Gotta start somewhere. And I have not read a lot of Corsio's writing, but I have enjoyed Corsio. I have enjoyed the. Oh, I'm just gonna finish this up. I have enjoyed reading Corsio's comics, and his art is getting so good. It always was good when I bumped past with you, Corsio, but I do look forward to the day I can read your short stories too.
100% agree with that.
Yep.
And oh, sorry. And my goodness. Welcome, Panders. And it's no worries about the follows. Follows on Twitch and Twitters and whatnots are tricky to keep track of. And I welcome you to Atelier back. I'm back, and this is the Atelier. Today we're playing D&D with Corsio Northalon
Hi.
and Janlin Mapper.
I need to do the sound effect.
And well, here's the sound effect, and Marcus Halloween.
Hello.
And if you're in the West, helping them all the time. And if you're in the West, Panders, I say good morning. If you're in the Meridian, I say good afternoon. If you're in the East, I say good evening. And if you're in a place where time does not apply, then I simply say well. Welcome to Hammerdown.
I'm still thinking of Doug Dimmadome for some reason.
Hammerdown. It might be all the M's and D's. Okay. Oh, and it turns out that while, excuse me, Arley and Fradim were fooling around, frolicking. You could see that the yellow roof building you're near appears to be a sort of a soup kit, not a soup kitchen, a tavern, a longhouse, the place where everyone comes to have a nice meal, that a big pot of soup together.
A restaurant.
Yeah, restaurant, an old-fashioned restaurant. Thank you. And there appear to be many people inside who are just having some nice soup and bread and chilling with their families. It almost looks more like a community house, but it's not. Restaurant's the best way to say. Yeah, it's a good way. I'm sorry. Restaurant. Yeah. A public house. Thank you, James. Yes. Community center? Yeah, public house. It's a public house. Pub. It's a pub.
English is hard.
Yes, words are hard. Thank you. Oh, shoot, my goodness. Would you believe it's already been about 45 minutes?
Hey, time passes quickly when you're having a hacking blast.
Hey. So, why don't we take a little break to stretch and hydrate?
I concur with this logic.
Did you say, Janon?
Considering it's a very high chance I will have to BRB eat in the next 5 minutes. Is it possible you could delay the
Yes.
stretches until then?
Yes. Of course, is this all right with you, too? Oh, I can't hear Corcio. Oh, he's
He
muted.
muted himself.
Oops. Okay. Okay, so I'll keep an eye on the text, and we will delay for 5 minutes. And so, what will the party do now? And you
I
can
will
all pick.
profusely apologize to Arley for falling on top of him.
Apologies.
Welcome back.
I was planning on having the children dogpile on top because, they're kids and they think that peeps falling on top of each other equals dogpile.
Now, the real question is, are they dogpiling? Did they dogpile? Beck, are they dogpiling?
Sorry, say that again, please.
Are the children that were with Arley dogpiling on?
Yes, the
On,
children are dogpiling, and we can have roll 2 dice.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm enjoying having physical dice again way too much. 13 children dogpile. Wow, that's a lot of runny noses.
Oh god.
Ah! The babies, the bit. Wait, let me move the tokens down to.
Ow, that's a lot of weight.
The
I guess you could
babes.
say that I guess you could say, Fredham, I guess you could say that was a decision that really weighed us down, huh?
And one child jumps up. Wait, that's not a children. That's a friend. I mean, that's a raccoon. And one child jumps off the roof and body slams. Ooh. Also, there's a baby minotaur because I did the voice, so now I got to put a minotaur in. It's a little minotaur.
Animal handling.
Animal handling. Okay, roll the animal handling.
Okay, that's a 19.
Yeah, the baby minotaur thinks you're cool, and the raccoon is like, okay, sorry. And like scurries off a little bit, gives you a little breathing space.
Yeah.
But the other 11 humanoid and or not animal based children, they keep out dogpiling. Also, there's a dog, but the dog was very not ferocious, but very eager to give hug and kiss because dog goes blah 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 blah. And James, who wants to? I don't know if y'all can see the stream chat, but who wants to hear some etymology, some word history from James?
No, I'm glad to hear it.
Okay. A public house, or a pub, was the name of the places that served food and ale, and it normally was a house that was open to the public, where they would also make their own, people could make their own ale and mead to sell. And there was a title, the beer taster, for someone whose job was to go to the pubs and the inns and to actually grade the houses that owned the beer and ensure it was safe to drink. A real poison tester.
Interruption time. I actually have to be a beat.
Okay, time for a stretch and a hydrate. I backed it down. And turn the tokens on. And unless Marcus, you wanted him to have a secret entrance, or like just jump attack. It's up to you if you want to just run over it or do it like a sneaky thing. It's up to you.
Well, I just wanted to just go over because I noticed. Well, actually, wait. I need to roll that, don't I? Whether I notice him staring at us. Perception. Let's see. I got a perception of 10.
Let me take a
Do
look.
I actually get advantage on that? Let me check.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. You're in the middle of the day. It's in the middle of the day. There's no one really distracting you, well, except for the dog pile. I don't think they.
Keen senses. Yeah, keen sense. I got keen senses, so I get advantage
Nice.
regardless.
Nice.
And that's a 21.
Dang, I do not think any of Elian's monk abilities or camouflage would help in that for such a high number.
I think that alien waving on on Arley would also help his perception checks.
What was that about
True.
helping his perception?
That
Sorry.
alien waving would be helpful.
Hello. Talking time.
Well, hey there. Notice you have been waving over there.
Greetings. Who may you be? You don't seem like a local.
Oh, I come from a land really far away from here. Trust me, lots of floofy people like me. As for their swordsmanship, can say that they're some of the best I've ever seen. Too bad I didn't choose to learn from any of them.
Floofy, you say? Are you perhaps a Fratton's friend?
Bratton? Oh, you mean the guy that I invited to play tag with and proceeded to trip onto me? Yeah.
That does sound like a friendly sort of endeavor to be taken a part of, so I suppose.
That is very true. And who might you be? My name is Arle Nervasiu.
Well, nice to meet you, Ale. My name is Alien Kazeruku, and I happen to be, well, a trained guardian who wasn't trained well enough, I suppose, so I wasn't quite accepted into the order, and so I kind of just wander the world and see the things that are around here and enjoy myself to the fullest. I'm a bit of a chaotic neutral, if you will. However, I'm not necessarily the one for games, so while we were out there chasing and having fun, I just kind of went in this blacksmith and got this smoking spear thing. Not sure what it is. But it looks cool.
A smoking spear? I reach into my bag and pull out a ration pack. So does that mean that you can? So does that mean that I get? Does that mean that well, we get to smoke some food?
That is a very good point. I did say that I'm not the one for messing about, but this sounds like a very good experiment to take part in.
Are you actually gonna do it?
I mean, there's no hurting it. It's not like the spear is running out of the smoke anytime soon.
Well, why don't we give it a try then? And then open up my ration pack and take out the jerky. Let's see if we can add a little bit of flavor to this jerky.
Well, there's no real heat coming off the smoking spear, it seems. But the smoke does coalesce around a piece of jerky and seem to char it almost, or blacken it. Give it a little bit of a smoky, ashy look. Could still be good.
I didn't split the jerky in half.
Very good. Welcome
Handing
back.
one piece to Elian. Let us take our first bite of smoked jerky.
Well,
No.
the monk diet sucks anyway.
Wait, the what sucks?
The monk diet.
It's. I'm trying to think of an actual, like, a smoky flavor I could describe that, might be.
Applewood.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, I like that.
Applewoody.
That's a good idea. Good job. It gives it a nice applewood flavor. This might be a This spear might be cursed or scary, but hey, it makes for some tasty jerky.
Now I wonder what kind of tasty jerky we make if we decide to go fishing.
And I just want to let Jana know that Marcus and I chatted. We talked about you behind your back. It,
Don't worry, I have the word for that.
Dang, Jana's got to know all the nice things we said. I mean, and Arle and Elian met each other. They examined a smoky spear bit, and they tried toasting smoking some jerky on it because Arle loves the puns and the clever use. And it turns out, at least for this, that the smoky spear made the jerky get a nice applewood flavor.
Yo, Fred, want a bite?
I'm currently not there. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's.
shit.
Let's see.
You know what's actually funny?
What?
Now Janlin doesn't need to waste a spell slot just to make jerky.
Mm.
I mean an identify for the spooky, not the
Ah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
because I could just use a firebolt for that.
I'm pretty sure Fireball will turn into a barbecue, not some jerky.
I think that'll turn it into charcoal.
That's still reusable.
I mean, to be fair, look, I get that you made now I know that you've been hired by Santa Claus to make charcoal for the bad kids, but I don't think that is particularly edible.
Well, you can just use it for fire making. If you ever have a wet day and you need to make a fire.
Yeah, always have utility spells ready.
Yeah.
And that's why you always wrap everything in oilskin. Oilskin is man's best friend.
Give that jerky a nice rosy color. Will they share the jerky? So yes. Wait, I don't know if Fredham and Alien did meet each other at the previous session. I'm sorry, I forgot that for a moment.
Hey, I know this guy. We've met before, haven't we?
But yes.
Goat person. You look awfully similar to the fella that we were on a journey to the mines like last time.
Insert reset reference here.
Oh no. No, I would not be surprised if down the road Janlin's. Wait, Jan, am I allowed to mention the story?
What?
Am I allowed to mention the story you've been working on?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I would not be surprised if we end up playing a campaign or one shot set specifically in the Janlin's story version of Undertale.
I mean, I could probably make a one shot out of that.
Whoa! I can't wait to see Lily become.
Oh, that would be rough. So much. I mean, it would be rough to handle so much love.
Yeah. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so whether you want to share the jerky with Bradham or go around the town and ask more people about things, it's up to you three.
Hey, if you guys want to share it with me, I'm still not there.
I then tear off another piece of the jerky. I was like, "Come on, Phantom!"
Oh.
I'm trying to talk with a blacksmith.
I already did. Zug is a very nice fella.
Insert cartoon feet.
And then I do the Marx thing and split myself in half. Wait, no. Wrong character. I think Beck understands what I'm meaning.
I do. I'm still very scared if Jackson and Marks will ever come back.
Now the Marcus thing will be to go kaboom.
Not Marcus, Marx.
The Kirby guy.
Oh. There's cream on top.
And yeah, Mark and that Friday he go over there to get the Go over there. He go over there to get. He go over 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 to get the jerky.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Now I you know what all I envision right now?
What?
What?
Beep beep.
Oh, that reminds you in tangent. Marcus, is Arle like full on fox person, like anthropomorphic kitsune furries, or is he just like a fox boy, like your VTuber model?
He's a fox boy, but technically he can go into full fox form because he is kitsune, and kitsune are technically spirits.
Thank you. That's a very good point. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, then I make nose normal size again, or not normal, human size, instead of.
Just that, in kitsune, in the proper fox form, he'll be emanating quite a lot of magic.
I have no doubt it's gonna be quite. Oh, I welcome you, Atsumor Kafuhara, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I welcome you to Atelier Beck. I'm Beck, and this is my Atelier. Today we're playing Dungeons and Dragons with Corcio Northalon.
Hi, it is I.
And Jalen with his duck noises. Perfect timing. And Marcus Hallavy.
Yeah, hello.
Thank you.
Ohio gozaimasu.
He's the hypest one of the bunch. And if you're in the West at Samori, I say good morning. If you're in the Meridian, I say good afternoon. If you're in the East, I say good evening. And if you're in a place where time does not apply, then I simply say welcome.
Beck, I have a question.
Yes, Jamin.
How far away is the entrance to the blacksmith place to the current action going on?
That is a good question because I forgot to put doors on these.
Well,
There
I
is,
guess the door is just yeah.
yeah, like around there.
I mean, that's where I entered anyway.
Yeah. Note to self: put doors on the neck. Put doors on the buildings next time.
Or make the players make the doors.
Oh
And I would
no!
like it to an unarmed strike.
Nah, we just do the most Mr. Incredible thing and just walk through the wall and just be like, "Ha! We don't need doors. We make our own doors."
Good. So yes, so inside the blacksmith, the blacksmith, who anyone can tell you his name is Zug, and he's still
Just
what?
fires a fireball at the entrance and just starts mercilessly singing,
No,
"We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning."
I refuse.
That's weird. And so, the blacksmith Zug, who I just realized he doesn't have the smoky spear anymore. Whoop! And the good news is, in the time that y'all were having antics and applewood jerky, Elian's spear has been finished and now has a +1. Sorry, I'm gonna roll a die for this because I'm feeling. Why am I feeling bad? It's just +1 or +2. I don't have to make this so difficult. Yeah, you get a +2 to attack rolls now on that spear, Alien.
Zag, how the hell do you work
Nice.
so fast?
Years of practice and a lot of alcohol.
Oh,
The ancient drunken blacksmith technique passed down from my drinking buddy back in high school. I mean, my apprenticeship.
I can't tell you how I did it because I don't remember.
it's fully automated.
There's secrets not even my sober mind knows. E. The E stands for Elena.
Oh yeah, wait.
Yes.
Can I just check one thing? Technically, my short swords can be turned into cutlasses, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, time to rename them.
Wait, were you going for like the Japanese names? Or are you just going for
I actually
puns?
wanted to just go for the Japanese names for my daggers, and that's about it because I wanted to create a character that is distinctive, that is Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
but like because he rejected the
Excuse me.
schools of like the usual schools of combat in the Japanese art, such as the katana and the tanto,
Yeah.
because he rejected all these schools and decided to find his own way. That's why he's been exiled and picked up the name
Oh.
Arle Nervasio, because his actual name is something else entirely. But what name that is, well, we'll find out eventually.
Oh, that explains a lot, and that explains questions I had without answering them. Very cool, thank you. And Fradham got the e-paper. Zook happily hands over the paper. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, it's just a picture. It's just the letter E. Here you go. I can get more paper from the town over. Here you go.
Yay! I'm sure this will come in handy sometime. And if
Oh,
not,
you're
I will
my.
make it be.
I remember a decade ago, a long time ago. I used to joke with friends in D&D and tabletop games. You might need this for a puzzle later, like it's a point and click. So yeah, yeah, I'm sure it'll come in handy later.
Good.
But yes, Zug he made the spear good, and you can have the cutlass Arle Marquise, and Fredham got the paper, the e-paper. And what will you three do now, or what will Fredham do? I don't know.
Mister.
And then,
Oops.
oh, oops, my bad. You
Mister.
first.
Mister. Mister.
Chat.
I'm blacksmith person.
Yes.
I want to ask you how good you are with I don't know, like magical stuff.
Oh, the blacksmith makes an oh face, and he says, "Oh, well, I myself prefer to stay away from the from the magic arts, but we do have a novice enchanter in town. You'll find him hanging out in the library, which is also the town hall, which is also the school. We don't have a lot of buildings to go around. And then, if you go a little northward of here, I would say maybe a day's worth of travel, you can find a town by the name of Green Press. Don't worry, it'll be written down later. Where they really get into like all sorts of arcane arts and wizardry, and makes my blood turn cold. I don't like it, but if you want that kind of stuff, more power to you. Just keep that power away from me.
I can do that. A second question.
Yes,
Is it within your power to be making a tuba?
a tuba. What is a tuba?
Uh, okay, because I can't describe it. I need a picture of it. And
Does
then and then
anyone?
and then Fredem just somehow projects a picture of a tuba with the
Mhm.
power of improv.
A tuba.
Wow! And
Great.
and the blacksmith he go wow. Oh wait, that's not a wow face. That's first the blacksmith goes wow, and then he go I don't like magic, which is gonna get old very quickly. So he's gonna stop doing it. He'll just be a grown up about it and accept it, and then say yeah I could try making that. Does it matter what metal it's made out of?
Well, I would prefer it not being very easy to bend, but besides that, I think I'm okay with it. With anything.
The blacksmith can probably make one out of iron for you, um, but it will take quite a bit of time and money for the materials, the research, and the experimentation. How much are you willing to bless you?
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. How much are you? How much money and time are you willing to give up for this?
I mean, considering I'm a pretty impatient individual, I in this regard, I that
E-
when the phrase comes, it's gonna take a lot of time. I'm like, uh,
Ah,
never mind. I changed my opinion.
yeah, that's fair. I'll stick to what I know, and you stick to way to go. I don't know.
Okay, a different
Uh,
one.
maybe there'll be
I'm
another
asking
time.
for a lot of things here. I know.
What?
Uh, a different thing. I know I'm asking for a lot of things. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
how much would it cost to enchant this blowgun over here? And I take out the blowgun from my inventory.
Oh, this is not my field of expertise. I would not be able to enchant this, of course, and I wouldn't even be able to really refine this. You'd have to take this to the tinkerer next door in the green building, or take it to an enchanter. As you know, there's one here in town, and there's another one quite a ways over. But I have nothing to do with this. Sorry.
Ah, good enough. And I just slammed down a piece of copper on the desk, and then I run out.
Nice, and I welcome you, Lucid Lucius, and I welcome you to Atelier Beck. I'm Beck. This is my Atelier. Today we're playing. Oops, sorry. And I thank you three for being good sports about the introduction. If at any point it gets to be too much, you let me know and we'll shorten it down for you. Today we're joined by Corcio Northalon. And Janlin Mapper.
There it is.
And Marcus Hallaby.
Yeah, hello, Minya-san.
And we're playing Dungeons and Dragons today. And if you're on the West, Lucid, I say good morning. If you're in the Meridian, I say good afternoon. If you're in the East, I say good evening. And if you're in a place where time does not apply, then I simply say welcome. And Fradham ran out the blacksmith and left that copper piece. And the blacksmith, he was like, okay, that's a funny bunny. I mean, funny goat, whatever. Foxman, Hooded Fox, do you want anything?
Yes, I then walk in and put up and take out my two tantos,
Yeah.
and I also take out my twin cutlasses and lay them on the table. They seem to be slightly rusted, primarily due, as I then said, my weapons might need a little bit of a tune-up. You see, I've been traveling at sea, and well, let's just say salt water isn't very kind to metallic weapons.
Leave them out in the rain.
Let's just say yours truly fell into the ocean during a particularly nasty thunderstorm, I might add.
Oh, no. And Zook takes a look at your weapon. Zook takes a look at you said 2 tantals and 1 cutlass, right?
No, 2 tantos and 2 cutlasses.
2 cutlasses. Ah, thank you. That's a lot of weapons. He's a very well-armed fox. And Janlin redeemed for something to fall and for snarfs. And I'm curious if Janlin had anything in mind with the 2 of those.
I didn't, but I'm gonna scuff something.
Yeah, scuff something.
The tantos.
An empty cash register falls from the ceiling.
And an empty cash register fell from the ceiling. And Marcus, I want you to roll an reflex check. No, that's not this edition. I suppose.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, thank you. Acrobatics. I want you to roll an acrobatics check.
And Marcus somehow trips, and Marcus somehow steps back, only to trip on something once more.
Oh no!
And he goes flying upwards and lands flat on his back once again. And I just curse and say, "Huh. So this is the consequences of staying too long at sea."
He lost his land legs. Although the
Seriously, what is it with me and the acrobatic rolls? It's always so funny.
Well, at least you managed to get out of the way of the falling empty register.
Yes. Also, Beck.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I just sent you pictures of how the pair of tantos actually look like.
Ah, thank you. Let me take a look. There it is. Oh, dang, those look nice. Dang,
yes, it does.
Dang, you're making me feel like one of like a little, like the guys, the guys who like go, whoa, look at that. I forget all the exact terms. I'm sorry. Like, wow, look at the scabbard and look at the blade, look at the grain, look at the edge, and look at the place where it connects, and do you wonder is it a What's the term for like if the blade has half a rough piece inside the handle versus all the way down to the pommel? That kind of thing. Or, or is it,
Oh,
because it's like
I think I forgot what it's called.
but you know what I mean by that. Okay, good. So yeah. Those look good, very nice. Actually, do you mind if I put a pic? Do you mind if I put the picture on the screen?
Sure.
Okay. Um, feast
That
your
reminds
eyes.
me.
What?
That reminds me. I need to know how Shadow Crystal looks.
I mean, if it comes to it, you can do what I do and just take a picture of a die and make a vector drawing based on it.
Uh,
It's
or I guess
lazy.
I
What?
I'll just do a crystal that's slightly dark.
Oh, that's a smart idea. I'm gonna actually put this on the table because if these are Arle's Tantos, then they should be on that table and they should be. There we go. There, they're on the table now. But yes. Oh, shoot, that was a lot louder than I expected. I'm sorry. Um, does anyone else have any other questions for D Blacksmith? Also, he'll probably be able to fix those up in a day, or less. You know,
Poison.
Well,
ooh, yeah,
What sort of a beverage are you, drinking? I might want some of that.
here. And he replaces his hand. He doesn't replace the hand. He's not a cyborg. And he holds up a big glass tankard with some frothy yellow beverage. No, I don't like that color of beer. I'm trying to think what would he actually drink. He tends to drink porters can be a little tricky to drink during a workday because they're so rich. But you know what? He's an orc. He can take it. He loves a good flavor. So he has a nice cup of a dark, smoky looking beer.
does
Chocolatey
he
even.
also like the flavor text?
Yes, he also likes flavor text. He likes to put the flavor text in his beer. He dips it. No, he doesn't dip it in. That sounds kind of gross. I never have you. This is off topic. Has anyone ever heard of dipping food in beer, sort of like coffee, like donuts in coffee, or you know?
I did hear about it, but I'm not sure if I would do it. In fact, I mean, it technically dips itself in my stomach, but at the same time, nah.
That's a good point.
Consi-
Uh, so he'll just have
I'm
a
a
plate.
drinker.
Yes,
Considering I'm not a drinker, I'm probably no. The answer is just no.
that's a good
I mean,
point.
that's perfectly fair.
What about you, Marcus?
Sorry, you were saying someone distracted me
That's
in
okay.
real life.
Oh, I hope it's okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Have you ever heard of anyone dipping food into beer?
I mean, I've heard of people cooking with beer. As for actually dipping food in beer, not really.
It's a good point that people do it in my country.
Fascinating.
I guess you could say that the beer does make the food quite beerable.
Oh, and Reaper
Uh,
wrote. Oh, sorry. What did you say, Jalen?
Nothing. I was just moaning.
Oh, and Reaper wrote beer. No, donuts and coffee used to be one of those things he'd seen in TV shows and cartoons. And his grandfather used to eat cornbread and milk. Dad, actually, I've heard of that too, especially if the cornbread is too dry, almost like hardtack. And this is a stretch, but I like to pour a little hot coffee on some iced creams.
I mean, that does sound good.
Hmm.
I mean, when I get stuff like croissants, I like to dip them in coffee or cold chocolate.
Oh, that sounds good. And I know that
Even though my parents are yelling at me every time I do that,
they say, Johnlin, don't do that. Me.
and I do it anyways.
Dang, what a rebel. Okay.
Insert the SpongeBob tough guy meme here.
Oh, and Marcus supplied more pictures to slap onto the table.
It's the second. The second blade is the one that Arle
Oh,
uses for his cutlass.
oh, that's smart. And I'm a little confused with the difference between sabers and cutlasses, but that's okay. It's as Reaper would write. It's fine.
As you can see, he chose the one with the curved edge because it reminds him of a katana more.
Good.
My,
Yeah, Reaper did the thing. Yeah. Sorry, what'd you say, Jana?
my character, sword is sword. It doesn't matter if sword is sharp and straight or sword is not is sharp and makes a curve.
I'm gonna see if I can draw the Mr. Incredible meme very quickly with him.
I would say that spear is spear, but unfortunately, our smoking attempts today has shown me that may not be necessarily true.
As you could say that we're about to have a lot of smoky food.
I'm just glad the whole situation did not blow up in smoke.
I mean, that would entail us getting really sooty.
We make a whole lot of ashes of ourselves with that. That one was a stretch, I know.
A valiant effort.
Thank you. And then Fratim said, "Sword is sword."
I'm sorry, I don't understand the concept of different kinds of weapons in a weapon. That sounds very weird.
And Reaper noted that Beck is on fire with these. Oh, you're gonna make me burn up, Reaper. It's a group effort too. You could say
Well,
it's. Oh, sorry.
in D&D, the weapons are probably not going to look as much as different because they just deal kind of deal damage and such. But in any other fighting situation, you're going to be able to tell a difference between weapons. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, I can tell a difference. I'm just not gonna consider it a difference.
I mean, it's always fun. It's not always fun when you get a talking sword that has utility and personality.
I mean that's not a weapon. That's just cursed.
You're right.
Finally, the sword of truth. Magic is overrated. Oh my god, it actually works.
Good. Oh, right. Before I ask, did Elian want some of that beer?
I was just curious where to get it.
Okay. If you go to the pub on the west side of town, they probably have some for you. And since you've been a bit of a help, you've been a bit of a help so far. So I've heard. So you probably get a discount, but it's not that expensive to begin with.
What was the name of it?
What?
What was the name of the beer?
It's a porter.
Porter. Oh, okay.
Yes, he doesn't have a special name. It's just it's a porter. That's what they would drink on.
So I shall remember that whenever I want to get on a good side of Zuck, I just bring a bottle of porter.
Yes. I mean, it's not to say I don't appreciate other beers. It's just I like this. It's the most flavorful kind, and it reminds me of the sea.
Why is everyone talking about sea? I want to see as well.
Also, do you want another split? I feel like at this point something should just shoo you out of town so I can get these out of the way. And General Porter, I heard Potter. And yes, if you bring...
My character is happy to leave after I get the stuff done with the librarian or the novice enchanter or guy person.
Oh yeah.
No, I actually have something interesting for a crossbow.
Ooh. I can make the limbs for a crossbow in the stock, but as for actually stringing it together and, well...
Not sure if it actually is era appropriate, though.
Do quickly, speedrun Wikipedia, when were crossbows invented? I'm sure it's...
I think they were.
I mean, the design I sent you.
Oh.
3000 BC.
Yeah, Jalen is right. They are actually from before the Romans, or before everything. China. Oh, dang, that's cool, Marcus. And I'm gonna show it anyway. Hee hee. There it is. Little hawk, wrist crossbow. Get ready to be the assassin man.
Actually, that
No,
does exist. It's a
I,
head
I,
crossbow.
I only hope you don't hook a
I know,
grappling hook.
but look how compact it is.
Okay, back
I
to
mean,
Wikipedia.
if you can have artificers enchant a fireball into a rock, I mean, you can
True,
just
I
get that
guess.
done.
You got me there. Just be very powerful and have to be careful that the recoil from it doesn't blast Arley's hand off or dislocate his arm.
Just use a mage hand right now.
Oh, yeah!
I mean, I'm guessing he would have to hold like the underside of his hand tightly to aim it and also to fire.
At that rate, he'll probably end up looking like Mega Man, being like, "Oh, I got
Ah!
the." That's it, people. It's time to play Mega Man. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you could probably get one of those made by an artificer or a tinker, because there is a tinkerer in town too who could probably work on the fine mechanics with you, and then or just get it in get a magic one. Just say like, no, it's just a mage hand in a wrist.
True. I mean,
bracelet.
I do have a light crossbow in inventory, so maybe.
Oh yeah.
Aren't crossbows made of wood though?
I thought they could be made of metal too.
Can they? I'm not sure actually.
I'm pretty sure they can because actually metal has a higher tolerance for bending. Thus, they're able to pack more punch
Yeah,
in a smaller size.
that's a good
That
point.
makes sense. Okay, I'm stupid.
And
No,
considering,
it's
Arley is a rogue, he might very well use one of these because, it's easier to conceal.
hmm I also feel like it's a matter of like the. I'm sure metal crossbows came later because it takes more engineering, but I don't see why it couldn't happen. We could take liberties with the fantasy world and technology.
Yeah.
Wait, was this the group who asked about going to space? I forget.
No.
Okay,
This
I'm
was
sorry.
this was the group where one person was talking about having radioactive materials as a wild magic table.
Oh no, that's right, and muskets. Okay, yeah, I'm sure we could figure something out with the wrist crossbow made out of metal
Actually,
and yes.
just for the shits and giggles, I'm gonna eat one of these spicy leaves.
Funnily enough, steel crossbows were first made in the 14th century.
Wow. And Jalen, did you
Hmm.
say you're going to eat one of the spicy beets?
One of the spicy leaves.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's roll the D100. Do you want to roll it or should I?
I wanna, and now I have to take out the wild magic table because I have no idea where I put it. There,
I
22. What does that do? A ghostly form of a random darkness suddenly appears next to you. They
oh,
cannot harm or be harmed. However, they can be interacted with and will interact with others. This lasts for 1 minute, after which they disappear.
a small bit of context for the audience. In the previous session, Fratham acquired a bag of spicy leaves or wild thyme, which, when consumed, will have an effect similar to a wild magic table. And it includes what Jalen said.
Also, apparently, I forgot to add the amount that I actually purchased, and I forgot which amount I bought.
uh, it's a 7.
I
You got 7 leaves, and now you consume one, so you got 6 left.
all right, maybe that works.
6 out of 7 magic leaves. Spicy leaves. Okay. What will the dark? I forget.
Okay,
Does the dark? What?
which dark nerve is?
Uh, do you have a list of them ready? Because I forgot if you had a list of the possibilities
I
ready.
mean,
I'm sorry.
it's just all of them from chapter one, really,
Okay.
except for because yeah,
You get Lancer.
yeah, my boy. I would like to hug him first of all.
Yeah, hug him, hug him.
Actually, can I even hug him considering
He's an illusion.
it's more like metaphysical? I think.
Oh, I I guess you could try and fall through him, and then
Oof. Oh wait, Lancer gets to see my insides. That sounds disgusting.
oh no. I don't like the sound of that, and I also forget how Lancer's tongue works. I think that's about right.
Look,
Shit,
I heard of Inside Out, but that's a whole different level, my dude.
Lancer still appreciates the hug, or he appreciates the attempt for the hug. I forget how he looks, so I'm just gonna give him like that. And
Hey,
now he's
Ali and Alien,
yeah,
come outside.
yeah, they're outside.
But sorry, Zug, we must get going, I'm afraid.
I thank you for your patronage. It was good to meet you, Alien and friends. And have a good.
Oh, do I take my weapons back?
Oh no,
Because they're fixed.
oh, he didn't fix them. Yeah, he's gonna need some more time. You should come back You should come back in a day.
All right. I just look at
Yes.
this blacksmith and I just say, please be careful with these tantos. I cannot. These carry special meaning to me.
He will be so careful, and he wants to know if you want to take a collateral replacement weapon in the meantime, just in case.
Yes, I would actually.
You can choose from a plain old short sword, or a dagger, or a long sword, or a mace.
I decided to pick short sword since it's something that I'm actually very familiar with.
That sounds like a good idea. And I welcome you, Bev, and I say good afternoon, and how do you do today? Bev is also a DM and likes to D&D and do Lego things, and I'm going to give him the big shout out. Bev the
Big shot.
What?
The big shot.
Yeah, the big shout. He's going to get the big shout. Get the big shout. And okay, thanks, people. That's the Jeopardy stream goes by. No. But yes, Bev is cool. And I'm sorry.
Actually, I didn't turn to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I borrow another short sword of the same type?
Yeah,
Because I do work best with two weapons.
Yeah, that's cool. Here you go. And he tosses a short sword. The short sword he was working on all this time, Camille. It's done now. He finished working on that short sword, and he tosses it to you and says, "Bring it back in one piece."
I promise I'll treat your weapon with the utmost respect.
And then he starts working. He takes one of your tantos. Just please assume that I imagine that he goes, whoop. There, now he's working on it. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Outside. Outside. Blacksmith. There we go. And Beb wrote that he is doing good, and he saw we were playing and thought he would drop by. Very good. And oh my goodness, we have 10 minutes left. Speed run. No. Quick, so there's Lancer. What do we do? What do you want to do with Lancer? Metaphysical Lancer.
I would like to introduce him to Alien and Ali and other way around.
Hello. I'm Lancer. I'm Fredham's friend.
This is my not really bro, but still bro.
A pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. May I perhaps ask you, are you familiar with music?
The only music wait, he sounds like Sans, right?
No,
Oh.
I wouldn't say so.
Does he sound kind of like this?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, the only music I care about is the sweet revving of my hog, my motorcycle.
Vroom, vroom. He doesn't have his motorcycle here, though. Ouch.
Oh wait, I can use the favorite thing to take out the Lancer card and make the motorcycle appear.
Yeah, do it if you want to.
Well, I can do it twice a day, so sure.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing's going to happen today that you need to. Excuse me. Need.
Do it.
Okay. And so, I can pick up the tablet again, and then the motorcycle appears, and it forms up. Wait, Jalen, do you want to describe how it kind of forms, or does it just like pop into existence, or what?
I didn't think that far.
It's more a matter of like, when you use the dark card, do things just appear into existence, or do they fade in, or do they have fancy particle effects? Do they spew glitter farts everywhere? That's a terrible.
I mean, in this case, it's probably just ink.
Yeah, that works. Oh,
Continue.
that's a good point. Thank you. And so there appears to be like a big gloop of black ink forming in the air, and it takes shape into a motorcycle. And Lancer is very happy. He jumps on. He starts revving it up. He goes. he grew. He's very happy that he's very thankful that you gave him that you made the motorcycle for him, and he starts racing all around town, and he starts racing on the edges of the oopsie edge. He's going too fast. He's breaking reality. I'm having too much fun with this. He goes vroom, 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 and he jumps on the roofs and on the rock and on the ground, and then he does a flip because he messed up the landing, and he goes. Oof! Ouch! I mean, ouch!
Splash.
Splat. But yes, that's Lancer and his motorcycle.
And then the random Deltron explosion sound effect.
I don't even remember what it sounds like, but I'll take your word for it.
Wait, let me find it.
Okay. Otherwise, I'd ask you to otherwise, I'd ask you to vocalize. We
I see footwork there.
Thanks,
Almost
I've
on the
been.
level of our lake.
Sorry, what was it? Please repeat that chorus, yeah?
Almost on the level of our lake.
Thanks, I'm happy to be a pro when it comes to riding my hog, and I welcome you to our town. The guy over there. And I ask, how do you do today, BD?
Who's also a talented artist and a chill person. They don't always stream, but when they do, it is a hoot. They play the punch out, and I spelled that wrong. Don't no. Try that again. I'm sorry. And Janlin had a thing. Excuse me. Let's take a listen. Very good. That is a classic stock sound effect. So yeah, that's Lancer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Do you have any other questions or things for Lancer or ideas to smack him?
How are you doing, Lancer? I know I haven't really seen you for a while.
Oh, I'm doing all right, Fred. I've been practicing my sweet tricks. I can do
Whoopsie.
I can shrink.
Where's the rotate?
I can do wheelies, I can do reelies, I can do a flip, I can get first aid. My dad still doesn't like that I'm hanging out with the court guys, but you know what are you gonna do? He's your dad. He'll never. He just wants the best for you. But sometimes your best is not what he calls his best, and that's a lot more deeper than. I've also taken classes in philosophy and empathy. I mean, I read books.
Now I'm wondering how that works. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. What'd you say?
Hmm?
Oh dear, I hope my internet is not having issues again. And James wrote that reading is important.
Well,
Yes.
if internet is having issues, well, ladies and gentlemen, we all know where to set fire to.
Good.
And then just start singing "We Didn't Start the Fire" as the fire department comes.
But yeah.
oh wait, I know what I can do.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I can show Fred that I copied. I mean, I learned his attack.
Yeah, learn his attacks.
I mean, I already have it. I was just want to show it.
Yeah. Yeah, hit him with the spade
Alright.
attack. I mean, show him the spade attack.
I'm not hitting him with it.
Hit him with no. And Lancer, he went like his face got big enough. So whoopsie, that's the wrong tool. And his face got big enough that you could see him go, why? Except since he's got like the little mask thing, so he's really gonna have. There we go.
Wait, are we gonna see the handsome Lancer face?
Yes. Oh wait, that's not the handsome. How do you draw the handsome Lancer face again?
PNG.
That's okay. I'm just gonna guess.
Why is there a handsome Birdly face here? Jeez.
As everyone likes handsome faces.
That is true.
I don't remember if he has a butt chin. I'm just gonna guess. what do they call it, cleft. And James wrote that reading is important. Mm-hmm. And Mighty Moon, she's oh no spiders. And I welcome you, Luna Spellman. Welcome to Atelier Peck. I'm big as my Atelier. And I hope you're having a good morning today, Luna. Oh my goodness! And Rosalia is here. I'm gonna shout them both out. This is and Rosalia is lurking. And I'm going to write that people, if you enjoy cool art and gothic energy, when Luna Spellman is your gal. She also plays games, but I find she has a very special art style. And I do want to shout out Goblin, Paladin Rosalia, who plays a lot of games and delves into a lot of neat things, new and old, and is very knowledgeable. And I believe streams around this time too. So perhaps another time we can raid one of them. And let me take a look at the Lansing face. And oh my goodness, that is a face, all right.
Yes.
Good. And I do also want to note that it is 10:58 on my side and will probably end in about 2 minutes. So I do want to thank our players today. Write their names again, at least put them in the theme. Of Corsio Northalon. And
It is me.
and I put the wrong thing, didn't I? And General, but what if we just don't? then you must suffer. I mean, and I want to also thank Jalen Mapper and Marcus Hallavy.
Yeah, hello.
And I do want to thank all our viewers and participants and funny chat gamers. And then a giant lancer face fell from the sky and said, "Oh, my children."
Oh, my children, I see you have been on great adventures and have great potential.
You want to know what's funny about Lancer?
What?
My idea of Lancer and the Undertale Lancer is completely different.
What's your idea?
Lancer from Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works.
I have no idea what that is, but I know I'm in touch with a lot of Fate fans, so I will take your word for it. I'm gonna guess that's one of them anime ladies.
Nope, not that innocent.
Then I will probably have to look it up later. To do.
I'll send you one so you can look it up.
Thank you. Lancer, Fate. Yeah, it's close enough, right?
But then a Lancer actually uses a lance.
Dang. I never would have expected. But yeah.
Actually, it's more staff, but close enough.
But yes, I do want to thank our players today and our participants, our audience members, our lurkers, our watchers. I hope everyone enjoyed their time here today, as I've enjoyed all your time. I did not enjoy the bot, but that's okay. You know, bots are, you can't have everything, PG.
Bots are useful, but they're also the most annoying thing you ever face as a Twitch streamer.
Absolutely.
And Bizarre Town wrote wish.
I can say this.
Yes.
I'll say this as a bot programmer, and as someone who gets bots all the time in their streams.
Lovely.
Yep. Nothing makes you curse more than trying out a new function, only to see SR1 user something instead of the thing that you wanted to see, and you're just like, well, shit, back to the drawing board of code.
that is very true, and I commend you, Marcus, for sticking to that, for being persistent. And I do want to...
if foxes are one thing, it's persistent and cunning.
This is true. And Bizarre Town wrote to wish her luck that she got block scheduled today. Good luck, BT. I believe in you, and I hope you'll take breaks and be able to hydrate yourself and pace yourself, have snacks if need be. And the Lancers that Rosalia has seen tend to be tall, handsome fellows. Note to self. Yeah, like that. And does anyone have a recommendation of who to raid? Anyone? I'm asking the three of you. I'm asking the audience. Anyone who listens, calling out for help. Do you have anyone you'd recommend to raid? Because we're about to
James
get.
seems to have a suggestion.
Say that again, please.
Mr. James seems to have.
Oh, thank you, Porcia. Thank you, James. Wait, Raccoon's live. Wait, Let me see. Who did James suggest?
Well, what if Lancers, he's a Lancer and he goes Lancing? Then I guess you could say that it'll become a Lancing tournament. Or maybe it would just be a Lancing blow.
Good.
Yes, Nate!
Hmm.
I know who Nate is.
This is a toughie. Do we raid Nate's or Raccoony? I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna roll a die for it. Because I like Raccoony, but I'm curious about Nate's. So this is. I hope you'll.
Nate?
Yeah, let's go with Nate's. Okay, that's good enough for me. Nate's.
Nate's is absolutely amazing, and she also works part time at Hita's circus.
Ooh, that's impressive. That's a lot of
And
impressive.
and they're also one of the best paranormal investigators I've ever met.
Oh, that's good. We need more paranormal investigators. Very spooky stuff to handle.
Oh,
Okay.
and the best part is, one day you'll see Nate's and I going out for goddamn coffee.
I look forward to the day. And I do want to put a raid message for the Atelier Bex reminding you to stretch. And if you have a subscription, or you unlock the thing with the channel points, you can even throw this one in there as opposed to the dancing ones. Let me set that up. I'm sorry to Luna and to How to Fix It. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll raid How to Fix. Or I still want to finish the picture for How to Fix at some point. And one moment, please. Thank you. Okay, so I do want to set that raid up. And I do want to thank everyone for stopping by today. And I hope you can have a good day. And I'll see you around. Cut off time, cut off time, cut off time, cut off time.
Cut off time.
Cut off time.